What's going on, everybody? I thought I would give a little intro of why I am starting my YouTube channel. So a little backstory on me is I grew up a gymnast my whole life, and once I retired from the sport, I started getting into weightlifting. And so I've been weightlifting for, probably almost 11 or 12 years now. And when I was in college, I'd always dreamed of doing a bikini show, a bodybuilding bikini show. However, at that point, I had very bad body dysmorphia, and my relationship with food was atrocious. And so I knew putting myself into a really large deficit, aka prep, was not going to be good for my mental and where I was at in my life. I told myself if that got better and I got to a point where I felt like it was going to be healthy to compete, then I would. And so last year I did a lot of growth, self-growth, and realized that it's finally something that I'm ready for, as ready as one can be, I guess. But I wanted to start this channel because I'm competing this summer in NPC bikini, and I wanted to take you guys along for my journey. For any of you that care, this is not only for other people to learn from, but also just for me to have something that shows all the hard work that goes into this kind of journey, this kind of show, because it is not going to be easy mentally or physically. And so I thought sharing that with others, going through, my struggles, things that maybe I'm learning, good, bad, ugly, whatever it may be, and just kind of sharing that for anybody who wants to learn more about fitness in general, but also competing and diet and just like what the lifestyle of a bodybuilder is. And so that's kind of why I want to start this channel. So with that being said, like I said, I'm competing this upcoming summer. So I've been bulking, I think, for almost 15 weeks now. And starting out, I was doing it all on my own, and I don't think I had my food high enough. I've not been somebody who bulks in the past. I like to stay on the leaner side and stay more close to like my maintenance. And so I don't think I pushed myself with food early enough on. And around December, I really started to up my food and started to see a lot of changes in my body and my training, and it got me really excited. And so I was on the search for a coach, and in January I started with my coach, and since then we've upped food even more. This week we've upped food a little bit more too. And so I've got roughly, I think, 3 or 4 more weeks in my bulk, and then I'll start a 16-week prep. So the bulk, a lot of times people aren't as interested in, because you look a little bit fluffy, you're eating a lot of food. It's not the look that like a lot of people like to see, especially on like Instagram, like social media. And so the prep, I think, will be like the really fun part for a lot of people to see, but the bulk is arguably more important, because once you go to cut, if you haven't put on the muscle mass, then like I'll just disappear on stage, right? So for me, the bulk has been really fun, just pushing myself to some new limits. It is challenging in a lot of ways. Eating this much food is a new thing for me. Training as hard as I'm training, it's not easy. Putting a lot of work in with my training, and prepping my foods and making sure that like I'm hitting everything. I think a lot of people think like bulk, you get to eat whatever you want. I'm still eating very, very clean. I'm eating very minimally processed, like I always do. I'm just eating a lot of it. And so making sure that I'm prepping those foods so I can get them in. It's not like I'm going out to eat all the time and like eating pizza and cookies and cake and all of that. I'm eating whole foods for the most part, and just very minimally processed. So I'm really proud of the progress that I've made. Okay, so I'm going to do a voiceover for this workout. The gym was pretty packed that day, so it was hard enough to film, let alone talking into the camera. So I am going to take you guys through part of my back workout. My first movement here is a cable pullover. This is going to target the lats, and as you can see, I'm not letting my lats come out of tension to fatigue them quicker, and this is my top set, so I'm bringing it to failure. My second movement in my back workout that I'm performing here is a single arm lat pull down. This is to, again, target the lats. Same as the cable pullover, I'm not going to let the lat out of tension. You can see I'm not letting the arm come all the way up in order to fatigue the muscle quicker. So for these, I typically do 1 to 2 warm-up sets and then 2 working sets, bringing it to failure, really keeping that lat under tension and just exhausting the muscle as much as I can. Next movement that I'm performing here is a regular lat pull down. So this is obviously targeting the lats as well as rhomboids. So I am keeping the same shortened range of motion that I was in the first 2 movements, keeping the lats under tension to quicker fatigue those muscles. My warm-up sets and working sets are the same here, taking it to failure. As you can see, once I get towards the end, the reps get pretty ugly. The last movement that I filmed in this workout is a seated bicep curl at a slight incline. The reason I do this is so that my elbows are slightly behind my body. It is a slow and controlled movement with a slight pause at the contraction. If this movement is done correctly, it is killer for the biceps. There is a couple of movements that I didn't film, my reverse hypers, because this gym didn't have a reverse hyper, and my rear delt movement I wasn't able to film either. But this is majority of my pull workout. I hope you guys enjoyed the footage as well as the voiceover. Last summer, I was 105 pounds. And my weigh-in this week on Monday, today's Friday, but on Monday I was 123.8, I think. So I am almost up 20 pounds from last summer, which is crazy to think. I'm starting to see it with a lot of my clothes. Nothing's really fitting too great anymore. So I imagine that I will go up a few more pounds over the next few weeks, which is mentally tough some days, but it's going to be really exciting when I get into prep and get to see, the muscle mass that I've put on over the course of, like 20 weeks. So currently my macros, actually, I don't know what they are. I can put them on the screen. I want to say that I'm at like 170 protein, 380 carb, and like 75 fat. I think that's what they're at. I'll double check and put it on the screen. That equates to roughly 3,100 calories. So that's where I'm at right now. I may include like a little physique update if I'm feeling it. It's hard to feel super confident in your body when you're almost 20 pounds. It's just a very different feeling. So I am trusting the process. I'm trusting my coach, and I'm really excited to see where this journey takes me.